You're listening to Viking Radio, coming to you from Dream Street Studios at Del Mar College. Now your host, Dr. Natalie Chapa.
Good morning, Corpus Christi. You are here listening to Del Mar College Viking Radio from the beautiful Dream Street Studios here at our Heritage Campus at Del Mar College. This is Dr. Natalie Chapa, and I got Mr. Mike B. with me on the mic.
Good morning, Dr. Chapa. Just when I think these guests couldn't get any better, we just surpass everything with our guests.
It really goes to show how amazing our community is. So we're going to introduce some really amazing community members here doing some great things within our industry partnerships. But also, can we just give a shout out? So we actually have a super fan already.
Renee
Hundley, one of our staff members. We're not paying. This is not paid advertisement. We actually do have a listener, Miss Renee Hundley. So shout out to Renee for always listening to us. And I welcome any feedback that you have of Mike.
And Christine Benavides also.
I just caught any feedback about Mike Bratton, please let me know. But we also have with us, joining us, we have a whole arm of the college for our listeners out there that's devoted to our corporate partners and making sure that they're receiving the trainings that they need to continue the safety and the productivity in our community. And so joining us today, we have Miss Christine Benavides from Corporate Services. Hi, Christine.
Hey, you
Good
guys.
morning.
I'm excited for this.
Right, we're so excited. So you've brought us some amazing partners that you work with. We've got from Flint Hills Resources, we've got joining us, Mr. John Perez. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Sam Garibay.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi, Sam. Thanks for being here. And then here for our student perspective, a dude that I was like, what is he doing here? Who let him in the building? Mr. Mark Benavides.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
Welcome to the show. Christine, what is it like working with these individuals? You work with Sam, correct?
Yes, I work both with Sam and John. It is truly an honor. I started way back in 2017, and they have given us so much guidance to improve the program, enhance the program, and I think a lot of where we are today is from their expertise and their feedback.
Did y'all even think she was going to be saying those kinds of things about y'all today? Thank you, Christine. It's a good feeling, right, when somebody gives you a shout out like that.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Let's talk to our audience about what's the work that Christine is talking about, this partnership that Flint Hills Resources has with Del Mar College.
You know, I'll start on this one, and I'll tell you, it's really been an incredible journey, and I'll tell you why. Because going back to 2015, 2016 timeframe, we were talking about doing some additional training. Now, a little history. We've always done training. We do fire, hazmat, rescue, EMS. We've always done that. But we did a lot of in-house thing, and we had a lot of experienced instructors, guys that grew up doing this. But from my perspective, or from the team at the time, the thought was, let's try and get some certifications behind it. Let's get something that adds value that these individuals can walk away with. Yes, we were looking for specialized training for that. So that's where the partnership came in. When we started working with Del Mar, we told them, well, we need a hazmat class. And the question, well, what type of hazmat class? Do you want technician or what? The discussion started. And I will tell you this, through the years, from the hazmat training to the trench rescue to the interior structure firefighting and the incident command classes, everything has evolved. And just like Christine mentioned, it's been open communication because we brought something to the table. You guys listened. They made it better. And through the years, and Cam Garibay as our training coordinator can expand on that, but through the years, everything is continuous improvement. It's evolved.
That's right.
It's evolved to something that I can't even describe now, to some of the specialized classes that we'll talk about later and some of the competitions that we got to do that you guys made possible for us.
And this is so important, I think, for our audience to hear, because this, at the end of the day, it's all about safety. Safety for your employees, right? Safety for the people who work at Flint Hills Resources, but then also safety for our families and friends, our community.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so it's always good to hear that those little worries in the back of our mind, that there's people out there who are focused on the safety of our community, and I appreciate that. Sam, John mentioned you would elaborate on some things. Are you ready to get on the mic?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So what has this been for you? This and Christine mentioned what you say, Christine, 2017? That's when she started. So it's been at least probably over a decade
Yes,
that
ma'am,
this work
absolutely.
has been going on. Talk a little bit about what you have been doing with Del Mar College and the program.
Yes, ma'am. I came into this position in about 2021. And so coming into this position, working with Christine. So we started off with the training. I would come over and visit, kind of seeing what the instructors would do, what they had the capabilities of doing, the equipment that they had. And I was telling Mike earlier that we meet with them at least once a year, usually at the beginning of the year, and we'll discuss the curriculums, the outlines, stuff that we liked or didn't like. And I don't mean like or didn't like, but stuff that we felt like was more important, that the guys needed more work on, or needed to focus on a little bit more, that maybe we saw that they were not doing as well throughout the year. And I love that they're able to coordinate and take things out and in and work with us to make sure we still cover all the basics.
Yes.
And still hit the things we wanted. And they'll even do it with the equipment. They'll go out of their way to go get something in their budget and get the equipment. So they use the same equipment that we use there at Del Mar. So the guys are practicing from day one the
And the
stuff that we're going to
exact
use.
same thing. It's not like, oh, we're going to show you something similar.
Exactly.
It's exactly it. So I'm glad that you're bringing this up because corporate services is a separate arm. Sometimes it doesn't get the love that it deserves, but it really is its own specialty. And what I'm hearing from you is that, first of all, we listen and we're responsive. That is what's very cool about the community college is that, yes, we have our academic side that has to go through very strenuous curriculum and guidelines. But then there's this other side that can be a little bit more flexible to suit the needs of the industry partner. And Dean Dan Corus and his team have been doing this for a long time. It's just nice when you hear people out in the community saying, yeah, they're doing a great job. So thank you for that.
And Natalie, let me just jump in on this one
Yes, please.
because when it came to listening, we were talking a few years ago, I was talking about having an industrial rescue competition here. And the question was, well, can we provide that support? Then we started talking about towers, and we started talking about confined space, and that didn't exist at the time, but you guys were listening. And along the way, it's like, well, to make this happen, what do we need? And guess what? Just years later, we had our first rescue competition here because you guys provided that. We talked about trench rescue, what you guys provide for us. Well, we talked about do we have a trench, and what if it rains and the weather? Well, guess what? You guys designed a trench rescue prop for us with a covered, I say not just for us, but for the industry, with a cover over it for the protection and safety of our personnel. I mean, above and beyond. But it took someone listening to some of the needs that we needed. So really, truly appreciate everything that the organization has done for us.
Well, you're very welcome, and I can say that's really what this show's about. We just like to pat ourselves on the back. So we just bring people, just so everybody knows, Mike did not prepare them before this.
That's
They're not
correct.
being paid to say this.
No, ma'am.
This is all legit information. Christine did not do anything illegal to get them to say those things, did not hit them. They are all safe. They're all blinking. Thank you. In all seriousness, I really appreciate that. It really does help to know that the work out there matters, but that industry is us. And we're all working for safety and for our community. So I'm glad you bring that up.
If I could paint a simplistic picture,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Natalie, the refinery companies, the industries around the Port of Corpus Christi, such as Flint Hills Resources, they have in-house fire departments. And Chief John Perez is the chief of the Flint Hills Resources Fire Department. Sam Garibay is also with their fire department. And safety and training is serious business, right? And Del Mar College is a training partner with Flint Hills Resources and other industry partners. And you come here to our Windward campus to stay current on this training, right? And so you guys are intimately familiar with our Windward campus and our public safety complex. Public service complex.
Public safety.
Public safety complex.
Yes, you got
with
it.
the tower and the confined spaces and everything. What do you think about the training you receive over there at the Windward campus?
Well, I guess I can speak on that a little bit more. The minute you step on the campus, you immediately see the dedication and the pride that Del Mar has in our industry itself. The resources are second to none. I can certainly speak on that. And their willingness to give us what we need to do what we do on a daily basis is outstanding. And to your point, Mike, you're right. We are heavy up and down the ship channel with industry, and a bad day on the refinery, it's a bad day. You don't prepare for that. A bad day happens. It's, there's nothing you can actually do. But what Del Mar gives us is the resources and the knowledge to help that bad day go a little bit smoother, to your point, to get home a little safer, because unfortunately, accidents are going to happen. They do happen daily. They do happen all the time. But what Del Mar allows us to do is to eliminate some of that on a daily basis. And again, working with the CCFD guys and the Del Mar training staff, they allow us to do that without hesitation per se.
So things are going to happen, right? Things beyond control, just life. But you learn how to respond and how to get out of there as safe as you can and safe for everybody. But it's also something that I want to give a shout out to our leadership. And I'll go back to Lenora Keys, who has since retired, and then Dr. Marcus Gamia. These relationships take time. So what we've been talking about, this has been years and years of trust and relationship building and continuing. That doesn't happen overnight. And so there's a lot of colleges out there who are starting to do a lot of things and how did you do this? It's we're going to tell you, but it was 18 years, right, worth of listening and not getting things right to be there. And so again, that's just testament to our amazing corporate services team. Mark, I want to come back to you for a bit. So tell us so you were a student here at Del Mar College?
My student training happens actually during the trainings that I received through Del Mar through our emergency response program that we take throughout the year. It's a yearly program that we have to refresh all of our classes and stuff like that. So that's where I get my training through Del Mar.
And so I'm glad I want to bring up this little detail to our audience. With corporate services, this is paid services, right? Industry partners are paying Del Mar College for the college to provide these services.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's very specific. Again, it's very niche, and we take a lot of pride in that. But so that part is very important. But you're a Ray kid, right? You graduated from Ray High School?
I'm a Ray graduate. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, many moons ago. But
Many
yes, ma'am,
moons ago, okay.
I'm down the road.
I'm not going to make him say what year it was. I always say, had I lived in Corpus, I would have wanted to have gone to Ray. John, Sam, what about y'all? Are you Corpus peeps?
Yes, ma'am. 4-H Moody High School.
All right.
So there you
4-H
go.
Moody High School, Trojans.
I'm a Texan as well.
Texan as well. Very nice. All right, John, you're outnumbered here. King? Carol.
I didn't go to high school in
I
Corpus.
thought you did.
No.
Why did I think that? Okay, we're going to have to talk about that later so we don't get in the...
Nobody would know the high school
Rob?
I went to.
Rob, where
That's
did you
right.
go to high school? GP. I don't know why. I always forget that Rob was from the other side of the bridge.
Christine? King High School.
King High School. I always like to acknowledge that because there are so many of us who live here in the city who grew up here and who've continued that you go to school here, but then you continue to serve and work in this community. And I think that is super important. We'll be right back.
This is where the world opens up to possibility, to action, to success. This is Windward Campus at Del Mar College, where cutting-edge facilities prepare you for careers in high-demand fields, and industry professionals bring real-world experience to the classroom. This is a place of discovery, opportunity, and growth. This is where potential becomes your power. This is where you belong. Learn more at dmcdreams.com.
This show's a production of Del Mar College. Visit us anytime online to talk about admissions, financial aid registration, and your future career path. We are at delmar.edu.
Todo comienza aquí, donde los sueños se vuelven realidad y tu futuro se aclara. Este es el Campus Heritage de Del Mar College, Aquí cursas asignaturas fundamentales en artes, ciencias y negocios, con instalaciones actualizadas y profesores que ofrecen una educación de calidad que te inspira para toda la vida. Es un lugar de creatividad, donde todo es posible y el éxito está al alcance. Aquí puedes destacar y crecer. Aquí es donde perteneces. Aprende más en dmcdreams.com.
This show is a production of Del Mar College, where if you already hold an associate's degree, you can earn a bachelor's degree online in organizational management and leadership. Come own your dreams at Del Mar College. Learn more at delmar.edu/BAS. This show is a production of Del Mar College, where continuing education courses can get you in the workforce fast, including workforce skills awards that are stackable towards Del Mar College credit programs. Own your dreams at Del Mar College. Go online at delmar.edu/CE.
Kind of wanted to remind our audience who is here with us. We have Flint Hills Resources. We have Mr. Sam Garibay and Mr. John Perez and Mr. Mark Benavides talking about the partnership that we have with the Del Mar College Corporate Services that Christine Benavides is a big part of. Shout out, Christine. Hi.
Christine.
And then, all the important safety instruction and learning that is continuous for the safety of our Flint Hills Resources employees, but also for the community. So again, thank you guys for being here. This is very important work. It's not work that you hear about a lot. So I'd like for you all to talk about, how did you get here? How did you get into this? Where did this start for each of you?
On a personal level?
Yes,
or
sir.
Okay, very good.
Here we go.
Hey,
He's gonna cry.
hey, true story.
gonna cry.
True story. I was working at Sam's Club, stocking aisles, and I went and saw a movie. Now I'm going to give you my age, called Backdraft.
I knew you were going to say that.
And you know what? When I walked out,
Kurt Russell.
I told my buddy, I'm going to be a fireman. And he goes, what? He goes, we're stocking pickle aisles right now. But long story short, and then I got into the industry, and I did. We joined a company, several of us, called our Refinery Terminal Fire Company. Shout out to those guys. Incredible company. Gave us a nice start in industrial emergency response. And that was the start of it.
Okay, so I want to go back to that. Industrial
emergency response.
emergency response.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
working specifically within industry, but doing emergency response specifically within the companies.
And Dr. Natalie, just to let you know, when we throw the word out there, industrial, well, Mark can attest to this. He's an operations guy. He grew up in that world. So high temperatures, high pressures, volatile chemicals. Hey, they're everywhere, right? But as long as they stay in containment, you're okay. And industrial emergency response is the way it was taught to me early on in a hazmat class was the beast is okay as long as it's in containment. But if it comes out, that's when you
There's
have
the
to deal
problem.
with it. So that's where the training that we get here, what you guys do hazardous materials technician training for us. Great. You guys do the trench rescue training for us. Incredible. You guys do the interior structural firefighting, which the guys knock it out of the park, as by way of instruction that you guys have here. So that's really some of the key elements that you guys provide for us here. So from an industrial emergency response perspective, that's the value that we get coming to this
What was it
location.
about Backdraft? I mean, that movie was just like, bam, like it came out. And
I
we
think it
all
was
were
the
just
cool
like,
names, Bull and Axe. That's what it was that caught my attention.
Did you give yourself a nickname, John?
I wanted to, but they call me John.
Mark, what about you? Oh, I'm sorry. John, continue.
No, I'll mention something
Yes,
at the
please.
very end about what you guys have done for us. Go ahead, Mark.
So my journey was when I started was I obviously graduated from Ray in many moons ago.
Go Texans.
Go Texans. Got lived life for a few years and got into the oil field industry, and through that I networked some people that I grew up with that were in the refinery. And once I got into the refinery, they introduced me into this world called ERT. And to me, ERT was kind of like, so are we firefighters, or
Right.
are we what is the actual title that we have? How far do we go, and what are our limitations and whatnot? And in the beginning, we had a partnership with RTFC where they were working on the refinery with us. And a few years into it is when Flint Hills took over leadership of our own department, and we
Okay.
became a closed circuit group. And I believe for myself, that's when it became more of a reality that the training and everything that we do on a daily basis is more of a set position for us. So again, like Chief Perez said, we have over 130 cadets or ERT
Wow.
members on the refinery right now that respond, that take trainings, that go to outside classes. As we go to a training in Texas A&M, the TEEX division,
TEEX.
yes, ma'am, where the majority of us now, I believe, I can't give you a percentage, are actually considered refinery firefighters. We have the 1081 certification that we can respond to fire, throughout the refinery. And again, to Chief Perez's point, when you don't realize that when you're on the refinery and something happens and there's a fire, you're surrounded by danger. And it really opens your eyes to the process when you're training that you have to stay as level-headed as you possibly can in that incident. And again, with the training that we receive and all the knowledge that they put into our cup per se, allows us to do that as level-headed as we can and as professional as we can, because again, things do happen. But that was my journey. I've been, like I said, in ERT member for about 8 years now. I've gone up the ranks. I'm more of a senior member now. My body's starting to kind of catch up with the mind a little bit more.
I understand that.
It's been quite a journey.
Yes.
That desk starts to look good.
Mike and I, we were trying to have a conversation earlier. We couldn't even finish it
I'll
because
tell
none
you,
of us could remember what we were saying.
Yeah, if I drop something, it stays on the ground for a little bit longer now. I start to think a little bit more. But again, working with these two gentlemen here, and again with Del Mar and the CCFD firefighters and everything, it's been such an experience. And I honestly think that anybody that's coming into the industry should seriously consider joining up whatever they have in their industry, because to be part of it and to be a part of the brotherhood and the safety aspect of it is just such an experience.
And I've known you for a few years now.
Yes,
You're a
ma'am.
protector.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really, when he's in the gym, when we're going somewhere, I'm like, I know that sounds a little silly, but there's always just kind of this very calm. Well, it's kind of calm, and then
Unless we're losing, I'm not
unless
calm.
we're losing, and then he gets a little rough.
yeah.
And Crystal's like, Mark.
Yeah, and it's funny because the person that nominated me for this was an actual RTFC member back in the day, and he became my supervisor. And the first thing that he said when I joined up was, he said, "You have the qualities I believe that are needed for ERT." He goes, "You have
He
leadership."
saw it.
Yeah, so and hopefully these two gentlemen beside me can attest to that, because I'm never one to shy away from training. I'm never one to shy away from an opportunity. I like showing up. I enjoy it. It's a rush for me.
And what are the qualities? Leadership.
Leadership, dedication, loyalty,
Discipline.
Discipline.
respect, all that. And
Okay.
it works hand in hand with any firefighter throughout the industry
Well,
or in
and
Corpus.
I think it's important to know that if somebody's out there and they're like, wait a minute, I would like to maybe be a firefighter or work in this type of environment, to start thinking about hearing from the people who do it every day. This is what it takes, right? Sam, what about you?
And I started a long time ago, so I'm going to go through the years. But when I started, I got a phone call from a buddy of mine that was interested in doing the firefighting here in Corpus as well. Said, "Hey, there's this group in Corpus." And he goes, "I don't remember the actual initial, something with an R. It was RTFC at the time." He goes, "They wear these black uniforms and they look cool." I was like, "Oh, that sounds like me."
Sign me up.
So I'll try that for the uniform.
Boys are so easy. Cool, yeah.
So went out there, tried out, was able to get on with them. Did that for a few years and fell in love with it. Fell in love with the brotherhood. Fell in love with the dedication, the hard work. I enjoyed the sweating and the working and doing things together as a team. Fell in love with it. Then I eventually came over to Flint Hills. I've been here 22 years with Flint Hills.
Congratulations.
And been doing it the entire time. I got on the emergency response team first, similar to what Mark did. And then eventually when we did our own team, I came over as one of the captains, one of the first captains with the Flint Hills team. So one of the full-time firefighters with them.
So I want to keep going off of this as the leadership who's watching these young cadets come in, right? And again, Mark mentioned the qualities that somebody saw in him. What are you looking for? What are you looking for in that individual that you're like, this person's got it?
I'll jump in on that one. We have something called NEO, New Employee Orientation. So we get one full day with them when we're going over hazardous awareness operations type discussions with them. And at that point in time, it's hard because they're brand new. But when you start talking about emergency response, and sometimes we're cheating a little because we share videos about what we do with fire and rescue and hazmat. And you'll see the individuals that it doesn't interest, or
You see the eyes.
You'll see the eyes light up.
There it is in the eyes.
And that's
like
what,
y'all are lighting up right now.
and,
Look at that.
And that's what I'm looking for. And it doesn't have to be just the young guy. I'll see some, I call them seasoned. Now that I'm a little older
Right,
in age,
right,
I
right,
don't
right.
call them old guys. They're seasoned.
They're seasoned
veterans.
Appreciate
individuals.
that.
But I'll see even the seasoned guys kind of light up a little bit. But I always throw that out there like, hey, we're open for anyone that wants to come. And of course, it's not you just join. You have to get an application, get approval.
Right, there's
you have
a
to go medical
process.
there's a
Right.
process to it. But it all starts with passion. They have to have a passion for it. So I've always said emergency response, you have those that run away from it, and you have those that
Run
go
towards
to
it. Oh, that gives me the chills.
Run towards the danger.
So for anybody out there who's like, man, this is cool, this is what I want to do, or who has a family member or friend out there, Mike, at Del Mar College, what do we have here in terms of somebody wants to get involved?
I'm going to recommend people contact Christine Benavides. Her number is 361-698-1966. And Christine can point you in the right direction to do what these gentlemen do, to receive the training that these gentlemen receive. Also, I'm going to ask Christine, are we inviting more industry partners to come in and do training at Del Mar College?
Oh, yes, most definitely. We also hold a quarterly roundtable meeting where we invite current and potential partners to come, share their expertise, share their feedback. That's where we give you guys the opportunity to tell us what you're needing. For example, Mr. Perez came in, told us what he needed in this forum, and we're able to deliver. We do our best to deliver that. So that roundtable is the best opportunity to do that. But yeah, just reach out to me and I can send you an invite. And that's for all industry partners and potential partners. For individuals who want more information on firefighting, fire science, EMS, yeah, you can reach out to me too, and I'll point you in the right direction. Like Mark, there's individuals who have the best of both worlds. On the process side, whether it be process technology or any industrial program like that, and then they can serve as an ERT member as well.
Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you, Christine. Isn't she a rock star?
Yes, she is.
And I'd like to jump in real quick. And anybody that is interested, I implore you to stop by and look at the facilities, actually see what they're doing, because when we're there, we also get to see the cadets working, the Del Mar cadets,
That's
the
so cool.
CCFD cadets, the EMT personnel that are training with the CCFD personnel. So we're there when they're there. And again, to see the dedication that they have for them as well, these are kids, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids that are actually there trying to get their foot in through the door. But I certainly, welcome you and invite you to go by the Del Mar campus and actually see the facilities and see what they have. Oh, yeah.
This is the Windward campus.
Oh, absolutely.
We had a student, right, a few weeks ago that
Yes.
we interviewed, and we're just blown away.
Future first responder.
Blown away by his dedication and his commitment. It was very impressive. Guys, so appreciate y'all coming on the show today. John, Mark, Sam, it's just been such an honor to sit here with you. First of all, thank you for everything that you do for our community. And please keep if you have any issues, call Christine.
Absolutely. We sure will.
We will.
Or Dan Corus. If anybody has any problems, here's Dan's number. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, thank you guys so much. Corpus Christi, I hope you enjoyed the show today, which is highlighting the safety components going on at Flint Hills Resources and the amazing team out there. And then the Del Mar College Corporate Services team with Christine Benavides. Everybody have a great, beautiful day. Mike B.
Adios. This show is a production of Del Mar College. Follow us on Spotify at Viking Radio.